everyone, I have another 5 cards to share today using the Spellbinders card kit of the month from June 2022, Party Hat and Streamers. For card number 1, I've used the pink cardstock from the kit to make a card base, and this fun pattern paper, and some scraps, and a die cut piece, and then this chipboard sticker as well. So finding my gold scraps, which have disappeared on me, I have a couple pieces of gold card scrap. This one I've rounded the corners, and as you see on some of my scrap pattern papers, I've rounded the corners. Now for this card, what I'm going to be doing is building a scrap paper cake. So the first step, I want to lay everything out how I'd like it, and I think I'm just going to go for a centered look on the card here, and this is kind of how I'm planning to lay it out. And then the first step will be to deal with the candle. It's a bit too long, so I'm going to mark just below where I want it and just trim it off with my scissors here. And I'll save that piece. Maybe I'll do something with it, or maybe I'll end up discarding it. But I'm going to use the wet glue just to make sure the chipboard sticker stays down. And I'm centering it there, and then I'm just going to layer the scrap pieces on top, and I'm just using the wet glue for this because I have it out and it works pretty well for giving me a little time to move it around and decide how I want it. And so I'm just laying that down, and then I have another scrap with this pink and the gold dot confetti look, and they're a rectangle. I've rounded the top corners with that quarter inch round, and I'm using this technique that I often like to use where I have just cut my rectangle slightly larger or longer in the height dimension than I want it, and that way I can just overlap, and so there's a little bit of extra, but you don't have to line it up perfectly. You just overlap it exactly where you'd like it. So for my cake platform or display platter here, I'm using that die cut banner piece and the scrap of gold card, and I'm just going to first glue down this little gold rectangle in the center of this die cut piece, and then I can go ahead and glue this part of this element down onto the card, figure out where I want it. And then the other gold rectangle that is slightly wider and that I've rounded the top corners on is actually a scrap that I had already had adhesive on the back, double stick adhesive. So I just peel that off and then can place it down. And it's pretty easy. I love the fun rainbow heart pattern paper, and then I love how all these patterns go well together, and it's a great use of scraps. So for card number 2, I'm going to use the candle pattern paper and this heart yellow pattern paper and a variety of chipboard stickers, and then again that same, well not the same, but a similar border die cut piece there. So first step, this long rectangle, which I've rounded the bottom corners on, I'm gonna try to center on the card, and I'm using a white card base for my stash, and I've left a little white border too. So then I just trim off the excess here, and then I'm laying out my elements to see how I like them. And I'm going to start with the chipboard cupcake here towards the top and glue that down with a little extra wet adhesive here. And the die cut border piece is very similar to the previous one, except this one has colorful polka dots on it, whereas the other one was pink with, I think, gold polka dots, if I remember correctly. But I'm not sure about that. Anywho, so I'm going to place the border down, and it just sort of separates these chipboard stickers in this focal point. And then I'm starting with the Start the Party chipboard sentiment, and I want it on the bottom of that yellow paper, but the Hooray chipboard sentiment I'm going to just angle upward and place above it, going across. And that's it for card number 2. For card number 3, I'm starting with this pattern paper with a little white border, again a white card base for my stash, and this lovely, soft, delicate, romantic floral pattern paper. It has a little bit of gold foiling accents in the paper, so it goes really well with things with the gold accents on them. Again, I have a strip of the gold card that is on double stick adhesive. I do like to take, at least half of my gold card and stick it to a large sheet of double stick adhesive, and then I just trim it as I go and make these nice strips to use. So then I have some lightweight like vellum paper and this not chipboard, die cut frame piece, and I'm going to attach the vellum to the frame. And you could use like a plain white pattern paper. Most of it's going to get covered up, But I really like how it has that soft character to it, and it sort of mutes the background when you put it down on. So if you have a busier pattern that you just kind of think, I don't want it stealing the show, or I want to have a little more focal point here, the vellum is great for that. So you see how it just kind of mutes it a little bit? But yeah, I didn't want it to go away completely. So then this why do I keep saying chipboard? Die cut piece, Make Your Dreams Happen, the little speech bubble sentiment there, I'm going to put on the side. And then I have a die cut piece of the flower and the leaf from the die cut pack. First, I'm going to attach my leaf on, and then I'm going to kind of figure out where I want it. I just want it on this corner of this square element here. I don't want to cover up too much, but I do want it to all be cohesive and go together. I have two die cut butterflies from the die cut pack. This yellow one here, I'm just gluing the center, and I'm going to make sure that it adheres really well in the center, and then I can fluff up the wings for added dimension, but it'll still lay flat for mailing and stowing away in a card envelope. And so here's the second butterfly, light pink with the gold accent on the wings. It's not light pink, it's more medium pink, but... And to finish off the card, I'm going to use the trio of sequins here in the bottom right corner, and that also adds another little bit of gold, a little bit of shimmer. So you've got the gold foiling in that rose pattern paper, and the gold strip, and then again, the gold accents on the butterfly, and it all goes really well together. So the final step, I'm just using my bone folder to curl up the wings a bit, to just give it that lift and dimension. And you can see here, that finishes off card number 3. For card number 4, I started with the kind of minty card stock and made a card base, and then that pattern paper and some gold. And here I'm taking the stamp set, the candle one, and I'm stamping it out in VersaFine Onyx Black ink. And I'm just figuring out how I want to lay it out. I want it to go across this little white cardstock panel that I have here. So inking it down, and then here what I do is, you see that kind of lone candle, it's off on its own. I'm using a single acrylic block here to just fill in those little blank spots where there was kind of an opening. So it goes all the way across, and that's how I did it with this. And I did consider cutting the single candle off and using it separately, but I wasn't brave enough. But it works fine the way I did it. So then I colored them in with my little stash of a variety of colored pencils, and of course I'm trying to put it on upside down, silly me, but I write it and I'm going to place that down. And so I do love that the stamp set, you really can use it exactly how it's designed with that little gap in the last candle, but there it is versatile. You can get a pretty solid line of candles there. It's not perfectly straight, but I think it looks right. So this piece is interesting, and if you want to know where that came from, check the iCard, because it's in my previous 10 cards that it is a scrap from my spinner card that I made. And then I had left the white space down here intentionally because I'm going to finish off this card with these stickers. The word sentiment stickers, they're kind of hard foam, and it says wish and then the big, and then there's these, they're almost like asterisks, or star-shaped type patterns, the white ones. And then again, my little circular element, which is a scrap from the spinner card that I made in the last 10 cards. So that will finish off the card. And here I decided to add a little bit of dimension on that circular element. Now, if you didn't have this particular piece, you could use any kind of circular or any kind of little focal celebratory thing, or just the asterisk there in the corner, and it would be just fine. So that's how card number 4 finishes off. That's a fun stamp to be able to color and add your own colors. For card number 5, if you've been waiting for it, here is the out-of-the-box idea card where I'm going to use the die set differently than it was intended. And first I'm starting with that soft pink pattern paper, and then a scrap of the cake pattern paper, and then another piece of gold to separate the two. And that's sort of my base for this card. Then I'm going to take the die, the party hat die, the solid one, cut it out of the gold. And that is where I'm starting here. And for this card, I used some lace that I had on hand. You could use pattern paper or whatever you have. But I have lots of lace, so I wanted to use it. And again, I'm pulling out the double stick tape that comes in the kit. First, I'm going to place it on these wings here. And that's just going to anchor my lace onto this element. So I got to get it stuck down really well, and I trimmed off the lace to have so I'd not have a lot of excess. And then I'm using some like fabric glue here just to make sure the lace stays adhered. And I just put it in a few strategic places, more solid parts of the lace. And I'm going to push it down with this non-stick mat here because it's very sticky and kind of gets everywhere. So that part is kind of optional, I guess. And now I'm going to adhere the excess lace to the wings. The wings are just the dimensional pop-up portion of this party hat die, so you don't see them. They're what's holding it to the card. And again, I'm going to trim off all the excess lace there and use some more of this glue. And in retrospect, I kind of wish I'd used tacky glue because it took a really long time to dry. I have my acrylic block helping out. I pulled in a set of heart dies. The smallest one is the one that I found to use for this particular card idea. Cut it out in gold, and then also here's a scrap of vellum that I have on adhesive, double stick tape. And this scrap of vellum was embossed with the Swiss dot embossing folder. So you could either just do regular vellum or you could play with whatever embossing folders you have too, and it just adds a little bit of interest. And it also, that gold is super shiny, and so I kind of wanted to tone it down a little and make it a little more romantic and subtle, and that's why I put the lace over it and the vellum over the heart part. Now, have you guessed what I'm making here? I hope you can tell. I hope it's obvious and you're screaming at the screen, because yes, I'm going for a dress. And I have another scrap of vellum here, which again, I'm going to use the double stick tape so I don't have some weird glue lines underneath. And this is just cut into a little banner, and it's going to go above the dress and just kind of anchor my sentiment, the congrats that you see there on the side of the chipboard sticker. And it also is another repetition of the vellum in the card, and I love the vellum. Kind of adds that soft, delicate feel. So all of those things are working for it here. I kind of wish I had put this on a little straighter. I feel like it's not quite straight, but hey, that's the video there. I can see it afterwards. So to finish off the card, I'm just going to add a few sequins here to the bottom. And I think it turned out really great. And yes, this is another wedding card is what I was thinking. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I love to hear them. And here's another look at all 5 cards. Which one was your favorite? Did any of the ideas surprise you? And did you get this kit? And what are you going to do with it? And yeah, let me know all those things. I love to hear your thoughts. Thanks again for watching, and have a wonderful creative day. Bye!